Okay, this next piece is dedicated to a dear friend, Marco Cignalia. Marco is the person from Italy that is responsible for all of these digital accordions that you're seeing. So Roland first came out with a digital accordion called the V-Accordion back in 2008. And Marco was really the main brains behind that. Yes, sir.
No, say 2005.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. 2008 is when I got into it. It was 2005 when it first came out. So it was a sensation because the last time a digital or an electronic accordion had existed was the old ancient Cordobox, which many of you probably have heard of or seen or heard at some point. But all it could do is really emulate organ sounds. It really couldn't do anything else. But when they came out with the 7, we were all excited, especially those accordionists who had longed to play selections that had maybe some kind of orchestral accompaniment. So Marco Cignalia was instrumental, pun intended, in making that happen. And in fact, when I went to the World Roland accordion competition in Rome in what year was that? No, I'm sorry, 2008. Marco was the first guy I saw there, and he was just so kind and gentle and loaded all my sounds into the instrument that I was going to be playing for the competition. And we became fast friends after that. Marco was not only a genius behind all of these digital accordions, but he was a really gifted jazz pianist as well. But after Roland got its entire line of V-accordions going, then Marco decided to go with a company called Bugari, and they make wonderful acoustic instruments. And that's who makes this instrument. Bugari, he convinced Bugari to make a very similar instrument to Roland. And this really has all of the internal electronics of the Roland instrument, but it's a completely wooden shell with wooden keyboard. And therefore, it feels like a $30,000 a concert acoustic accordion. And it sounds a little bit better too because of the wooden shell. Then he wasn't satisfied. After that, then he started going off on his own to create a new digital accordion company called Proxima Mia. And that was really starting to become a success, and we premiered it at our 2019 or 2020 symposium. And it looked like it was really going to take off, and he had actually gotten 14 models out and sold them to people. But then COVID happened, and then the real strain on the supply chain management situation just created havoc for him. And then unfortunately he got sick and passed away 6 months ago. So every time I would get on the phone with Marco, the first thing he'd say, I said, "Hi, Marco," and the first thing he'd say to me is, "Ciao, Joseph." And ciao means, of course, hello and goodbye. I never got a chance to say goodbye. So this entire symposium is dedicated to him because great ideas would not exist without the genius of Marco. And this piece that I wrote for him is called Ciao Marco.